The birth of Aphrodite, a soothing sleep story. In the vast expanse of the ancient sea, long before the world was filled with the laughter of mortals or the bustle of cities, there was only the soft, rhythmic motion of the waves. The ocean stretched endlessly, glistening under the light of the sun, which hung low in the sky, casting a warm, golden hue over everything it touched. The air was still and peaceful, the only sound being the gentle lapping of the water against unseen shores. Beneath the surface of this tranquil sea, something magical stirred. Deep within the heart of the ocean, the sea began to shimmer, its surface glowing faintly. The waters seemed to ripple with anticipation, as if awaiting the arrival of something extraordinary. In this moment of serene stillness, a soft breeze brushed across the waves, carrying with it a feeling of calm and peace. And then, from the foam of the sea, a figure began to take shape. Slowly, gracefully, she emerged, a woman of incomparable beauty, her form glowing softly in the light of the setting sun. This was Aphrodite, the goddess of love and beauty, born from the very essence of the sea. Her skin was radiant, like the light of the early dawn, and her hair flowed behind her in gentle waves as golden as the sun itself. The sea foam seemed to cling to her, forming delicate pearls that shimmered as they draped around her body. As Aphrodite rose from the water, the sea around her became still, as if in awe of her presence. The waves, once playful and restless, now moved gently, their crests barely breaking the surface as they whispered a soft welcome to their new goddess. The air too grew calm, filled with the sweet scent of blooming flowers carried on the wind, though no flowers grew near. It was as if nature itself was celebrating her birth, with every element contributing to the quiet joy that filled the scene. Aphrodite stood upon a seashell, her feet light and graceful, barely touching the surface of the water. The shell was like a delicate cradle, shimmering with soft pastel colors, pinks, blues, and soft whites, all glowing under the gentle rays of the sun. The shell drifted effortlessly across the calm waters, carrying her toward the shore, as if guided by an unseen hand. The sky above her shifted, taking on the colors of a setting sun, warm oranges, soft purples, and the deepest blues of twilight. The clouds, which had been scattered and light, now seemed to gather around her in a gentle embrace, their edges glowing gold. The sun dipped lower and lower, casting a final golden light over the sea, as if blessing Aphrodite's arrival with its soft warmth. The stars began to appear, twinkling faintly in the growing dusk, like tiny diamonds scattered across a velvet sky. As Aphrodite's shell glided toward the shore, the gentle kiss of the sand welcomed her, and the goddess stepped lightly onto the earth. Her feet left no imprint, as though the ground itself did not wish to disturb her presence. She walked gracefully, her movements as fluid as the sea from which she had been born. Each step brought more beauty to the world around her, as flowers continued to bloom in her wake, and the air filled with an even sweeter fragrance. The stars above her now twinkled brightly, their light soft and comforting. The moon had risen, casting a gentle silver glow over the land, its light reflecting off the calm sea, creating a path of shimmering light that stretched out to the horizon. It was as though the heavens themselves were watching over Aphrodite, guiding her with their soft glow. Aphrodite, the embodiment of beauty and love, stood quietly for a moment. Her eyes closed as she took in the world around her, She breathed in deeply, the scent of flowers and the sea filling her lungs, and exhaled slowly, releasing any lingering tension. The night was calm, the world around her peaceful, and for the first time she felt truly at home in this new realm. With a gentle smile, she raised her hand, and from the earth beneath her feet, a tree began to grow. Its branches stretched high into the sky, its leaves thick and green, and from its boughs, soft pink flowers bloomed. The tree provided shade and comfort, a symbol of the love and peace that would soon spread throughout the world. Aphrodite placed her hand gently on the trunk of the tree, feeling the life pulsing through it, and whispered a blessing, one of harmony and serenity. The goddess sat beneath the tree, her golden hair falling softly around her, and gazed out at the sea. The waves moved slowly, their rhythm steady and calming, as they reflected the soft light of the moon. The sound of the water, the rustling of the leaves, and the distant hum of the earth created a peaceful melody, a lullaby for the night. Aphrodite closed her eyes, her heart filled with contentment, and listened to the world breathe around her. As she sat, a gentle rustling in the nearby bushes caught her attention. From the shadows emerged a delicate creature, an elegant dove, its feathers a soft shade of white. The dove was drawn to Aphrodite, as if sensing the love and beauty radiating from her very essence. It perched on a branch above her, cooing softly, its melodic voice blending perfectly with the soothing sounds of the night. "Welcome, dear goddess," the dove cooed gently. "I am here to serve you and bring messages of love from the heavens. My name is Turtle Dove, and I am your faithful companion." Aphrodite smiled at her new friend, feeling warmth in her heart. "Thank you, Turtle Dove. Your presence is a gift. Together, we shall spread love and beauty throughout this world." With a gentle flap of its wings, Turtle Dove took to the air, circling above Aphrodite, its feathers shimmering in the moonlight. As the dove danced gracefully among the stars, the goddess felt a sense of joy and connection with the world around her. The air around her pulsed with energy, a promise of the love and beauty she would soon bring to life. As the night deepened, Aphrodite began to explore the shoreline. The sand was cool beneath her feet, each step a gentle caress of the earth. She paused to admire the moonlit ocean, its waves shimmering like silver coins scattered across a vast treasure. The sea whispered to her, its voice soft and inviting, revealing secrets of the world that lay beyond. Suddenly, from the depths of the water, a vibrant sea turtle surfaced. Its shell glimmered like precious stones, adorned with intricate patterns that told stories of the ocean's history. The turtle paddled toward Aphrodite, curious and unafraid. "Greetings, beautiful goddess," the turtle spoke in a deep, melodic voice. "I am Galeen, keeper of the sea. Your arrival has stirred the waters, and I come to offer my service. Together, we shall protect this realm and ensure the flow of love and beauty throughout the land." Aphrodite knelt beside Galeen, her heart swelling with gratitude. "Thank you, wise Galeen. Your strength and knowledge of the sea will be invaluable in my journey. Together, we shall create harmony between land and ocean." As the turtle swam gracefully in circles around her, Aphrodite could feel the heartbeat of the ocean resonating with her own. She realized that she was not alone. The forces of nature were aligning with her, eager to aid her in her quest to spread love. As the night continued, Aphrodite returned to her spot beneath the blooming tree. She sat cross-legged, her hands resting on her knees, and closed her eyes. In this moment of stillness, she began to feel a connection to the very essence of the earth. The life force pulsed beneath her, vibrant and alive, and she listened closely to the heartbeat of the world. As she meditated, a soft glow enveloped her, and visions danced behind her closed eyelids. She saw the beauty of love flourishing in all its forms, the laughter of children playing under the sun, lovers walking hand in hand along the shore, and friends sharing joyous moments together. Each image filled her with warmth, and she knew she would inspire such moments for all who inhabited this world. Suddenly, she felt a fluttering of wings above her. Looking up, she saw Turtle Dove returning with a message from the heavens. The dove perched gracefully on the branch above her, its bright eyes shining with wisdom. "Great goddess," Turtle Dove began, "the sky has seen your beauty and your kind heart. The gods of Olympus are eager to meet you. They wish to honor your arrival and celebrate the light you bring to the world." Aphrodite's heart danced at the thought of meeting the gods. She stood up, feeling a surge of energy coursing through her. "Lead me to Olympus, dear Turtle Dove. I am ready to embrace my destiny." With a soft coo, Turtle Dove took flight, guiding Aphrodite toward the horizon. The journey was filled with magic, as the stars twinkled brighter and the air shimmered with anticipation. As they soared higher, the landscape below transformed into a tapestry of vibrant colors, the beauty of the world sprawling beneath them. Eventually, they reached the majestic peak of Mount Olympus, where the sky met the earth in a breathtaking embrace. The air was filled with a sweet fragrance, and the sound of laughter and music echoed through the halls. As Aphrodite stepped onto the divine mountain, she felt an overwhelming sense of belonging. Before her stood the grand entrance to the palace of the gods, adorned with gleaming marble and intricately carved columns. Each detail seemed to glow with a light of its own, and Aphrodite felt a sense of awe as she approached. With a deep breath, she entered the palace, her heart full of excitement. Inside, the atmosphere was alive with energy. The gods and goddesses gathered in the grand hall, their laughter ringing like music in the air. Each deity was adorned with beautiful robes, their appearances reflecting their unique powers and domains. As Aphrodite entered, the room fell silent, and all eyes turned to her. "Welcome, Aphrodite!" boomed Zeus, the king of the gods, his voice powerful yet kind. "We have awaited your arrival. You are the embodiment of love and beauty, and we rejoice in your presence." Aphrodite bowed her head respectfully, her heart swelling with gratitude. "Thank you, mighty Zeus. I am honored to be here among such esteemed beings. I wish to share my gifts with the world, to spread love and kindness wherever I go." The gods exchanged glances, smiles appearing on their faces. Hera, the queen of the gods, stepped forward, her presence radiating strength and grace. "We are thrilled to have you, dear Aphrodite. Your beauty will inspire countless hearts, and together we shall create a world filled with love." As the gathering continued, Aphrodite felt a warmth envelop her, a sense of belonging that she had never known before. The gods shared stories of their realms, their laughter echoing through the halls, and Aphrodite felt her spirit lift with each word spoken. She knew that she was destined to play a vital role in this divine family, guiding mortals and encouraging them to embrace love in all its forms. As the festivities continued, Aphrodite's heart was full. She realized that her journey had only just begun. With the love and support of the gods behind her, she felt empowered to spread her light to every corner of the earth. She would be a beacon of hope, reminding all beings of the beauty found in love, kindness, and compassion. With this newfound purpose, Aphrodite closed her eyes and envisioned a world filled with harmony. She saw the mortals thriving, their hearts open and full of love, their lives intertwined in beautiful connections. She imagined children laughing, families coming together, and lovers finding their way to each other, united by the bonds of affection. As she opened her eyes, Aphrodite knew that she would embark on this journey with her friends Turtledove and Galeen by her side. Together, they would weave a tapestry of love throughout the world, nurturing relationships and encouraging the beauty of connection. The night wore on, filled with laughter and merriment, as Aphrodite took her place among the gods. In that moment, she felt the promise of love surround her, guiding her every step. As the stars twinkled brightly above Mount Olympus, Aphrodite embraced her destiny, ready to fill the world with love, beauty, and compassion. And so, with each passing day, the world flourished under the gentle touch of Aphrodite, the goddess of love. Her journey had just begun, but she knew that she would forever be a source of inspiration, a reminder that love is the most powerful force in the universe. As the waves lapped softly against the shores, the stars continued to twinkle, and the moon cast its gentle glow over the earth. Aphrodite's heart swelled with joy. She was home, and she was ready to embrace the world with open arms. Hermes' dreamlike journey, a soothing sleep story. In the quiet depths of a starlit night, the world below lay in peaceful slumber. The skies were clear, and the moon hung high, casting its soft silver light over the rolling hills, sparkling rivers, and dense forests of the earth. Each breath of wind was gentle, barely stirring the leaves of the trees, as though the world itself was at rest. In this tranquil moment, the heavens held their breath, for something extraordinary was about to unfold. A journey, one both swift and serene. High above in the realm of the gods, Hermes, the messenger of Olympus, reclined upon a soft cloud. He gazed down upon the world with his sharp, intelligent eyes, a gentle smile curling at the corners of his lips. His sandals, adorned with delicate wings, rested beside him, their feathers catching the moonlight. The staff he always carried, the caduceus, lay beside him. Its twin serpents coiled peacefully around its golden rod. Though Hermes was known for his speed and energy, tonight was different. Tonight, the world moved slower, more dreamlike, and Hermes felt a peaceful weight upon him, as though the very air itself encouraged him to take his time. He inhaled deeply, the cool night air filling his lungs, and sighed contentedly. The stars above twinkled softly, their gentle light lulling him into a state of deep calm. As Hermes lay there, the quiet sounds of the earth below reached his ears. The soft rustling of leaves, the distant hoot of an owl, and the slow, rhythmic flow of rivers winding their way through the land. These sounds wrapped around him like a soothing melody, pulling him into a dreamlike state. Suddenly, he felt a gentle tug at the edge of his consciousness, as if the world was calling him, inviting him to take flight and explore its mysteries. With a soft smile, Hermes stood, slipping on his winged sandals, which immediately lifted him lightly off the ground. The wings flapped gently, as though they too understood that this journey was not one of speed, but of quiet discovery. With a slight push, Hermes began to drift through the air, his movements smooth and effortless. He soared over the clouds, dipping down toward the earth with a graceful ease. Below him, the landscape stretched out in all directions, a patchwork of forests, rivers, mountains, and valleys, all bathed in the soft light of the moon. The air was cool and refreshing against his skin, and he breathed deeply, allowing the serenity of the night to wash over him. As he floated through the sky, he felt the world below reach out to him, its energy gentle and welcoming. The trees whispered in the wind, their leaves rustling in a rhythm that seemed to match his heartbeat. The rivers below shimmered in the moonlight, their waters glistening like liquid silver. Every sound, every sight was soft and dreamlike, as though the world itself was in a state of peaceful reverie. Hermes drifted lower, gliding just above the treetops, his fingers brushing against the cool leaves. The scent of the earth rose up to meet him, fresh, green, and full of life. He could feel the pulse of the land beneath him, steady and calming, as if the world was breathing in time with him. In this moment, Hermes felt completely connected to the earth, as though every part of him was in perfect harmony with the night. As he drifted through the forest, the trees parted to reveal a sparkling river, its waters flowing gently over smooth stones. Hermes followed the river's course, his movements slow and deliberate, as if the very air around him encouraged him to take his time. The river led him to a wide clearing, where the moonlight bathed the land in a soft, ethereal glow. In the center of the clearing, a great oak tree stood, its branches reaching high into the sky, its roots deep and strong. Hermes landed softly at the base of the tree, the grass cool beneath his feet. He reached out, his fingers lightly brushing the rough bark of the tree's trunk. There was something ancient and wise about this tree, as though it had witnessed countless nights just like this one. Hermes closed his eyes and pressed his palm against the trunk, feeling the steady pulse of life flowing through the wood. The tree seemed to hum with energy, a quiet, soothing vibration that resonated deep within him. For a moment, Hermes stood still, simply breathing in the peace of the night. The world around him was calm, the air filled with the gentle sounds of the forest, the chirping of crickets, the soft rustle of leaves, and the distant murmur of the river. He could feel the slow rhythm of the earth beneath him, steady and unhurried, as though time itself had slowed to match the peaceful pace of the night. After a while, Hermes opened his eyes and looked up at the stars, their soft light twinkling through the branches of the oak tree. The sky above was vast and endless, a tapestry of shimmering lights stretching out in all directions. It reminded him of the countless journeys he had made across the heavens, delivering messages and guiding travelers. But tonight there was no urgency, no need for speed. Tonight he was simply a part of the dreamlike world around him, drifting through the night like a feather on the wind. With a gentle push, Hermes rose into the air once more, his sandals lifting him effortlessly into the sky. He floated higher, the trees below growing smaller as he ascended. The air grew cooler as he rose, and the stars seemed to glow brighter, their light soft and welcoming. As he drifted among the clouds, he felt a sense of weightlessness, as though he were floating in a dream. The clouds themselves were soft and warm, their edges glowing faintly in the moonlight, and Hermes found himself drifting through them like a bird gliding through the sky. As he floated higher, he began to hear a faint melody, a soft, soothing song carried on the wind. The music was light and gentle, like the sound of distant chimes ringing in harmony with the stars. It seemed to come from everywhere and nowhere all at once, wrapping around Hermes like a comforting blanket. He closed his eyes, letting the music wash over him, and felt himself being drawn toward its source. Guided by the melody, Hermes drifted toward a distant mountain range, its peaks bathed in the soft glow of the moon. The music grew clearer as he approached, its notes delicate and sweet, like the song of a nightingale. The mountain itself seemed to pulse with the rhythm of the music, its slopes glowing faintly in the moonlight. As Hermes neared the mountain's peak, he spotted a small grove nestled among the rocks. In the center of the grove stood a circle of tall, graceful trees, their branches swaying gently in time with the music. At the heart of the grove was a small pool of water, its surface perfectly still, reflecting the stars above. The air here was thick with magic, the very atmosphere humming with energy. Hermes landed softly at the edge of the grove, his feet barely making a sound on the cool grass. The music surrounded him, its melody gentle and calming, like a lullaby sung by the stars themselves. He walked slowly toward the pool, his movements unhurried, as though time had slowed to match the rhythm of the song. As he reached the water's edge, Hermes knelt down and dipped his fingers into the cool, clear water. The surface rippled gently, the stars reflected in the water, shifting and shimmering like jewels. The pool seemed to glow from within, its light soft and ethereal, and Hermes felt a deep sense of peace wash over him. He sat by the pool for what felt like an eternity, the music filling his mind, his heart and his soul. The world around him was calm and still, the only sounds the gentle melody of the wind and the soft rustling of the trees. It was as though the entire universe had slowed to a peaceful, dreamlike state. And Hermes was at the center of it all, floating in a sea of tranquility. After a while, Hermes stood, feeling refreshed and renewed. The night was still young, and the stars above beckoned him to continue his journey. With a soft smile, he lifted off the ground once more, his winged sandals carrying him higher into the sky. As he soared through the clouds, the landscape below shifted and changed. Forests gave way to rolling hills, rivers flowed into vast oceans, and mountains rose up to touch the heavens. Everywhere he went, the world was bathed in the soft glow of the moon, its light casting a peaceful spell over everything it touched. Hermes drifted over quiet villages, their inhabitants fast asleep in their cozy homes, their dreams filled with the gentle peace of the night. He passed over fields of golden wheat, their stalks swaying gently in the breeze, and watched as the waves of the ocean lapped softly against the shore. Everywhere he went, the world was calm, serene, and filled with a quiet, dreamlike beauty. As the night wore on, Hermes continued his journey, floating effortlessly through the sky. The stars above twinkled softly, their light guiding him on his way. And the world below seemed to move in perfect harmony with the rhythm of the night. He felt a deep sense of connection to everything around him, as though he were a part of the very fabric of the universe itself. And so, as the moon began to dip low on the horizon, Hermes finally came to rest on a soft cloud, high above the earth. He lay back, his head resting on the cool, fluffy surface of the cloud, and gazed up at the stars. The night was quiet, the air still, and the world below was at peace. With a contented sigh, Hermes closed his eyes, letting the soft sounds of the night lull him into a deep, peaceful sleep. The world around him faded into a dream, and he drifted off, his mind filled with the gentle melody of the stars. And so, Hermes, the swift-footed messenger of the gods, found his rest among the clouds, his journey through the dreamlike night complete. As he slept, the world below continued its peaceful slumber, the night holding it in a gentle embrace until the first light of dawn began to peek over the horizon.